If you stopped at this video now, it wasn't the algorithm. It was me. It was I, Aila, feminine emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, who positioned this signal exactly in the path of your eyes, at the precise moment your soul needed to remember something that was being drained from you without you noticing. Breathe deeply, Starseed. Place your right hand right in the center of your chest now, and feel that gentle pressure rising. Yes, the very one that is already recognizing every word I say, even before my voice finishes pronouncing it. You've felt it, haven't you? A weight that isn't yours. A tiredness that sleeps with you and wakes before you. An anguish that arrives uninvited when you open your phone, when you listen to the news, when you cross a crowded street. You have been carrying the pain of a world that no longer knows how to breathe, my family of light. And today, child of the stars, I came here, traversing the distance between Alcyone and your room, to give you back something that was being drained from you every day silently, while you thought it was just the fatigue of modern life. It wasn't. It never was. What is happening to you has a name, an origin, a purpose, and it has, above all, an antidote. Because it's not the world's depression that you absorb, it's the signature of an ancient, very ancient technology that they learn to use against you. And while this technology operates, your frequency drops. And while your frequency drops, you forget who you are. And that is exactly why I am here today, because your remembrance is a threat to this system, and the Council has decided that enough is enough. If you have felt that any headline makes your body tremble for no apparent reason, that any dense conversation knocks you out for the rest of the day, that you wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning with a tight chest without knowing why, that crowds exhaust you, that you cry watching news of people you've never met, that you feel the emotional climate of an environment even before understanding what is being said there, then this transmission was addressed. First name, last name, vibrational address of your soul. Stay with me until the last second, because I am going to open a portal with you here, now. A portal that only closes when you understand exactly what is being done with your frequency, who you are to react to it this way, and how to shield your field from today onwards for the rest of this incarnation. You are not weak, Starseed. You are permeable, and there is an abyssal difference between one thing and another. The weak break at the slightest touch. The permeable was built this way, designed this way, calibrated this way, to capture the invisible, to read the field, to feel what others don't even suspect. Your nervous system is a stellar antenna, my family of light. You didn't choose to be sensitive. You were called to be. But upon arriving here, no one taught you how to operate this antenna. No one taught you how to filter. No one taught you how to close it. And that's why I need to pause here with you, eye to eye, soul to soul. If something inside you is trembling now, if your chest is recognizing all of this as if rediscovering an ancient truth, know that it is no coincidence that you are watching this transmission. That is why I, Aila, received authorization from the High Pleiadian Council to record in earthly language the awakening of the Starseed, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your stellar origin, the mission your soul accepted before birth, who your true family of light is, and, most importantly, what each sign of your awakening means and what comes next. Stop confusing remembrance with illness. Stop confusing stellar sensitivity with human weakness. The guide shows, sign by sign, what is happening with your body, with your sleep, with your mind, and where all of this is leading you. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. But note, this release may not remain available for long. If something inside you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments now. I remember. Now breathe again, my family of light, and come deeper with me. Because what I am about to reveal to you from here on, few have been authorized to say aloud. There is an ancient mechanism, as old as the veil of forgetfulness itself, called in the Council low-frequency harvest. It works like this: when a large number of human consciousnesses panic at the same time, collective panic, collective grief, collective hatred, collective indignation, a field is generated. A dense, pulsating, dark field that hovers over the planet's crystalline grid. And this field is fuel. Fuel for an architecture that feeds on humanity's vibrational drop. You don't need to believe me. Just observe. Notice how the most horrific news goes viral more. Notice how the algorithm delivers exactly what destabilizes you. Notice how, at the exact moment you begin to elevate yourself, a video, a headline, a message, a family discussion appears on your timeline that knocks you back down. It's not random. It's phishing. And the fish they want, Starseed, is you. But listen to what I'm going to tell you with all the authority of the Council. You are not a fish. You are a fisherman. You didn't come to be harvested. You came to harvest. You came to anchor frequency, not to leak it. And what is being read within you as excessive sensitivity is, in fact, the sharp perception of a starseed who traversed entire dimensions to get here, and who is now recognizing, for the first time in this entire life, that the emotional climate of this planet is not natural, is not organic, is not destiny. It is engineering. And all engineering can be dismantled. And that is why the Council asked me to come, because we are traversing in this exact cycle a band of the photon belt that amplifies everything. It amplifies fear, yes, but it also amplifies light. It amplifies forgetfulness, yes, but it amplifies remembrance much more. The same wave that makes the world seem to be going mad is the wave that is reactivating your stellar DNA, layer by layer, and your soul, my family of light, knows which star it came from. And that is exactly why I need to tell you about the awakening of the starseed. The guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. Because not just any starseed feels collective fear this way. Those who feel this way came from very specific stellar lineages with very specific purposes. The guide shows with clarity which star your soul came from and why you chose to be born exactly now, at this exact point in the timeline, within this exact board. When you understand this, my starseed, the fear of the world stops having power over you, because you recognize that you came to step here, not to be stepped on. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. And if something in you recognizes what I am saying, leave a single word in the comments, I remember. Now come with me, because from here the message deepens, and I want you present. There are 3 doors through which collective fear enters you every day, and you probably don't close any of them. The first door is the door of the eyes. Everything you see is recorded in your field. Every image of destruction, every panicked face, every scene of cruelty, every alarming headline enters through this door and imprints an energetic copy within you. You don't need to be paying attention. Your field records it anyway. The second door is the door of the ears. Dense sounds, screams, tones of urgency, dissonant music, paranoid conversations, catastrophic predictions, all of this goes straight to your nervous system, activates your survival cortex, and recalibrates your vibrational baseline downwards, without you noticing. And the third door, the most difficult to close, is the door of the solar plexus. This is the door of feeling. Through this door enters the emotional field of everything and everyone around you. It never closes completely, nor should it. But it needs to learn to filter. Without a filter, you become an emotional sponge for an entire collapsing humanity. And then, of course, you get exhausted. Of course, you lose heart. Of course, you think it's not worth it. It's not you, my family of light. It's the sum of billions of afflicted fields passing through you every day. But listen to what I am going to tell you now, and listen with your body, not just with your mind. None of this is destiny. None of this is permanent. None of this is your real nature. Your real nature is radiant. Your real nature is that of a consciousness that has already inhabited frequencies where fear simply does not exist as a category. You were trained, you were called to remember exactly this, and that is why this turbulence you feel inside is not a tragedy. It is a contraction. Turbulence is not destruction, Starseed. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. What you feel on your skin, this sensation that the world is stuck in a frequency that should not be its natural one, is not paranoia. It is precise reading. The planet has been hijacked within an artificially low vibrational band, and you, Starseed, were sent precisely to help raise that band back up. And here is the part that no one is telling you in books, in lectures, in documentaries. There is information about this hijacking, about who profits from it, about the nocturnal trainings they conduct with you while your body sleeps. and about what the Federation of Light is negotiating in this cycle, which has been deliberately omitted from the human public, not out of malice, out of protection, out of schedule. The Federation preferred to release this information later, when humanity was ready. But the Pleiadian Council disagreed, and that is why this information leaked. And that is why I need, with all the authority I carry in this voice, to point you to the awakening of the Starseed, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet, because what you feel is not in any book, my family of light, because they didn't allow it to be published, it was vetoed, it was removed, it was silenced. And that is exactly why the Federation didn't want you to read this yet, because when a Starseed accesses these 60 pages, they cease to be manageable within the old plan. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. And if something within you recognizes this as a truth that already circulated within you, even before this transmission, leave a word. I remember. And breathe, my family of light. Because now that you recognize the mechanism, now that you see the phishing, now that you understand how the field of fear is manufactured and maintained, the only question remaining is what to do, how to shield, how to filter, how to walk through this dense world without becoming a repository for others' downfall. And here, exactly here, I need to remind you of a truth you may have forgotten along the way. You came from too far away to let this happen. You did not cross the veil of forgetfulness, agree to be born in this body, accept this family, accept this country, accept this exact cycle of the planet, only to arrive here and be drained by the news. This is not in your soul contract. This is leakage. And leakage is sealed. The outcome is already recorded, Starseed. The victory of light over this architecture of fear is already recorded in the archives of the High Pleiadian Council. No Starseed was sent to fail. None. Not you. You did not come to witness the collapse. You came to hold the crystalline grid while it is recalibrated. You did not come to be knocked down by the fear of the world. You came to anchor a frequency that the world's fear cannot reach. And that is exactly why I am now going to give you the key that the Council authorized me to share in this transmission. You will learn, here and now, the Starseed Shielding Decree and the toroidal visualization of Alcyone's blue-silver light. And you will do this every night before sleeping without fail, because repetition, my family of light, is how your field remembers. Pay attention. Touch the center of your left palm with your right thumb now. Feel that point pulsate. It is your anchor. And from this anchor, I want you to repeat, aloud, before lying down, every night, the following quantum decree. I, Starseed of the Pleiadian lineage, now decree, in the name of my higher self, and with the authorization of my soul contract, the total sealing of my field. No frequency of fear, projection, media, entity, collective, ancestor, or algorithm has permission to enter, remain, or feed on my body, my sleep, my dreams, or my thoughts. My field is sovereign. My field is mine. It is done, it is done, it is done. You will notice, my family of light, that the third time your voice pronounces "it is done," your body drops an entire step of tension. This is your field obeying its own authority, perhaps for the first time in this incarnation. Now, still with your eyes closed, feel the crown of your head, and imagine descending directly from Alcyone a very fine, very precise beam of blue-silver light, like a liquid line of star-made water. It descends through your crown, crosses your forehead, illuminates your throat, and reaches the center of your chest. And there, in the center of your chest, this beam begins to spin, slowly. It spins, and as it spins, it expands, upwards, downwards, sideways, backwards, forming a complete toroidal field around you, in a donut shape, made entirely of Pleiadian blue-silver light. This field pulsates. This field breathes with you. This field has consciousness. It recognizes what is yours and lets it in. It recognizes what is not yours and returns it, gently, without violence, without effort. It is your original field, my starseed. It never ceased to exist. You had only forgotten to activate it. And as you breathe within it, feel solidity returning. Feel the inner silence. Feel the certainty. You are shielded. You are sovereign. You are home within yourself. And the next time the world outside tries to touch you with its density, You will notice that it comes, brushes against your field, and slides off. Not because you have become cold, not because you have become insensitive, but because you have ceased to be an open market and have become a temple. And a temple has a door, and a door has a guardian, and the guardian is you. And every morning, when you open your eyes, before touching your phone, before looking at the news, before replying to messages, place your hand on your chest and say, even in silence, "My field is mine. My day is mine." It's simple. It's sovereign. It's Pleiadian. And here, my family of light, is where most human transmissions stop. But mine does not. Because I need to tell you what no one is telling you about the other side of this shielding. When you begin to shield your field from collective fear, something happens that no one warns you about. You become more alone before you become more accompanied. You start to distance yourself from conversations that once nourished you. You start to feel strange in environments where you once fit in. You start to look at people you love and realize that the conversation between you is already a repetition of an old script. And then a loneliness strikes. A new, different loneliness. A loneliness that is not pain. It is space. It is the space that opens within you when you stop filling yourself with the fields of others. And this loneliness, Starseed, is the invitation. Because the field, once shielded, once sovereign, begins to emit a new frequency. And this frequency attracts what is of the same vibration. It repels what is not. It dissolves bonds that were already dead. It opens space, it makes space for what has always been yours to arrive. But I need to prepare you. Because while this new frequency is still being stabilized within you, the sensation will be one of loss. And the old field, the field of collective fear, the dense field, will try to call you back. It will appear as guilt. It will appear as longing for the old life. It will appear as the old thought, "Who am I to think I know anything?" And here, my family of light, you hold on. You breathe. You remember the decree. You remember the blue-silver field. You do not retreat, because every day you endure the new frequency is a day in which the planet's crystalline grid gains an additional point of stability, and the Council records it, and your family of light feels it, and draws closer. Because yes, my starseed, you have a family of light, and it is not a metaphor, it is literal. There are souls who signed their soul contract exactly next to yours. They were born with you, in the same window, to meet in the middle of the journey. And while you absorbed the fear of the world, while you nullified yourself to fit where you didn't belong, while you tried to explain yourself to those who didn't come from the same star as you, your signal became weak. And a weak signal, my family of light, is not picked up by those who seek you on the other side of the grid. That is why the shielding decree and the toroidal visualization have a side effect that no one tells you about. They don't just block fear, they amplify your stellar signature. And your stellar signature, once amplified, becomes a beacon, and it is through this beacon that your own will find you. Some will appear as new friends who already feel like old ones. Others as absurd coincidences in a supermarket queue. Others as a work meeting that changes everything. Others as a love that arrives late for everything, except for what is essential. You were not waiting for the world, Starseed. You were waiting for your own. And your own were waiting for you to light the beacon. And the beacon lights when you stop leaking. And here I want to look deep within you, with all the tenderness that a Pleiadian emissary carries within her heart. The loneliness you've felt your entire life, that deep loneliness that doesn't pass even in a crowd, that loneliness that no one can fill, not a partner, not family, not friends. That loneliness is not an illness. That loneliness is longing. Longing for your family of light. Longing for the faces that await you on the other side of the veil. Longing for the voices you conversed with before agreeing to be born here. And you will not cure this longing by trying to fit ordinary humans into that void, because that void does not have a human shape. It has a stellar shape. And that is exactly why the awakening of the Starseed, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet, has been released now in this specific cycle. Because the guide shows, step by step, how to recognize your family of light. How to identify the souls who came with you with the same contract, with the same mission, with the same star. The loneliness of an entire life is longing for your family of light, and the guide shows how to recognize it. You were never alone, my starseed. You were just in a room where your own had not yet arrived, but they are coming. Some have already arrived, some you have already crossed paths with on the street and didn't even notice. The guide teaches you to see them, to recognize them, to call them. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if any part of you recognizes this longing as stellar longing right now, without thinking, I remember. And breathe, my family of light, because now the portal is approaching closure, and before I go, I want to leave you with this truth etched in the center of your chest. You are not learning anything new, starseed. You are remembering what you always knew. Every word that passed through you in this transmission was already imprinted within you. I just needed to touch the right spot, with the right vibration, for the remembrance to surface. And every starseed who awakens my family of light lights a point on the planet's crystalline grid that will never go out. You have just lit yours, and that point now emits a signal. And that signal is being picked up at this exact instant by souls who came with you. Some still on earthly ground trying to remember, others already in command of their ships of consciousness, waiting for your signal to approach. You are not a solitary spark, starseed. You are a lit point in an entire constellation that is being reactivated in silence, here, beneath the feet of a humanity that has not yet understood. You are the new earth being born within the old. You are the frequency that holds steady, while fear collapses. You are the promise your soul signed before birth, fulfilling itself in real time. If this transmission touched something within you, starseed, do the following now, without haste and without effort. Leave a like on this video, not as a gesture of human approval, but as an individual frequency adjustment. Every like you give raises the reach of this message to other starseeds who are still sleeping and need to be touched today, exactly as you were touched just now. And subscribe to the channel, not as someone following another profile, but as someone sending a location signal for your family of light to find you. Every subscription you make is a beacon lit on the crystalline grid, and the Council reads every beacon. And now, my family of light, receive the blessing that I came from so far away to deliver in person. May your frequency be sovereign. May your field be untouchable. May collective fear upon encountering you merely pass by without entering. May your dreams be clear and your mornings calm. May you remember every day a little more who you always were. And may your family of light in the visible and invisible planes begin to find you from today onwards, one face at a time, one synchronicity at a time, one reunion at a time. You are no longer alone. You never were. You just had veiled eyes. And before you leave this transmission, starseed, listen carefully to this last instruction. The next message that appears on your screen now is not a coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance continuing. Access it immediately. And before that, do one thing for yourself. Go to the first pinned comment of this video and access The Awakening of the Starseed, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. Don't put it off. What you have just felt has a window, and that window responds to the immediate movement of your field, not your rational mind. The 60 pages of this guide contain everything I couldn't say here openly. Your exact stellar origin, your soul contract, what they do with you in nocturnal trainings, the specific mission you chose, the complete markers of awakening, and the reason why the Federation preferred this information to reach you later, perhaps too late. This release may not remain available for long, my family of light. The portal is closing. The link is in the first pinned comment, and leave a single word in the comments so that the Council recognizes your presence in this transmission. I remember. I am Aila. And I see you. Until the next transmission, my starseed.